Hi, so here I am on my second blog post, my first post about an actual study. And I'm going to batch some of these videos so that I can schedule them to appear over the next several days, because what I realized was that I'm getting really close to Christmas. And so I kind of need to do one post per day if I'm going to get to the Christmas story by Christmas. So if you notice that I'm wearing the same clothes for the next 8 days or 6 days or so, I think I've only done 6 so far, so I can only record 6 today. But if you notice that, then that's just because I recorded these videos all at the same time. But so the first study that I did, since I'm going through the chronological Gospels, the first thing that I did was I took, if we're thinking of chronology of events, then in John, it opens with, in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So chronologically, the beginning is kind of where I decided to start. So I just took those first 5 verses of John, and I started to explore those through as many different channels as I could. And the major revelation that I really took away from these was some of the commentaries that I was reading were talking about Jesus. Of course, Jesus is what is referred to by the Word. So it says, and nothing was created. What does it say? All things came into being through him, and apart from him, nothing came into being that has come into being. So it shows Jesus as this agent of creation. And it started to make me think about Jesus being the physical manifestation of the Trinity of God every time. And so then I got to thinking about the creation story itself, and thinking about where it says that Adam heard the sound of God walking in the garden. And I thought, oh, so I've never really thought about that before, but I mean, it could have literally been Jesus who would come down and just be with them in the evenings and walk with them in the garden. So then I started looking at the different words that are being used for God in Genesis, and it changes a little bit. So from creation, it says God, and then it says the Lord God, and then it just says the Lord, the Lord, the Lord. So I was really interested by that, and I started to go into other stories and think about Cain and Abel bringing sacrifices to God. And so what if the person of God was really physical for them and they just brought him gifts? In the story of the Tower of Babel, it says, and the Lord came down to see what they were doing. So I was like, is this, did Jesus just periodically come to earth, kind of be with people and check out what they were doing? So it really kind of changed my perception of the whole Old Testament, the whole Bible in general, imagining that anytime there's a physical manifestation of God, that it's the person of Jesus. And then when he really was born and was incarnated as a person, then he stayed here all throughout that 33 years of his earthly life. But before that, he just kind of came and hung out sometimes. So anyway, I don't think that that is a major point of theology or of Christianity, that that's right or wrong. So don't, if you disagree with it, then that's okay. And if you agree with it, then whatever. It's just something that I thought of. So, but read the rest of it to see all the kind of finer points of theology. So thanks. Enjoy.